Clubhouse shenanigans down there. That's why I shouted him out. He definitely got it.
And Clubhouse shenanigans is in the. Hold on, one mic. Clubhouse shenanigans is in the room, so this is going on YouTube.
Wait, what?
The bottom right, you'll see a little microphone at the bottom of your phone. Hit that. Bring you off mute.
Hello.
There you go. So, I've been knowing this lady for a very long time. I don't know, 15 years, probably more than that. And I was just disturbed because I called her on the phone. Y'all heard me get this link. It's crazy. My little homegirl Chrissy sent me the link. And she just informed me she don't know you. Somebody sent it to her, but you and her the same. When it comes to women hustling in this industry. So what would disturb me was, and I understand it as KG, because I know how tight niggas was and how the politics was working back then, is that a lot of shit that you thought I knew, you thought I was a part of, I'm just learning. So at the end of the day, I know your Tasha K interview is coming up. All this shit is a warm-up to that. It'll help your voice get out there because you fighting against something that got influence. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. We listen to the clip. Yo, audio, y'all got the clip up top?
Yep.
Play the clip so the people will hear the clip, and then y'all can kind of ask her to see what's going on. Just mute up.
I have been crying all day, y'all. Like, I just came from Miami doing an interview with Tasha K. And when she dropped that interview, you guys are gonna understand so fucking much. For years, I have carried shit with me that people's done to me, made me lose, and I haven't said shit. You understand me? Nothing. I haven't said nothing. I carried that shit. And these niggas, black men, you guys are so fucked up towards women in this industry, bro. Like, this shit has made me angry over the years, and I didn't understand it because I've been dealing with fucking trauma. This nigga Vic you. I told Tasha K everything this man did to me, jumped on me while I was pregnant, beat me, locked me in a fucking spot, made me almost lose my baby, and I had a fucking salary job at K-Day. The nigga made me lose every fucking thing, everything, and I carried it. It spelled my name, and all I wanted to do was fucking work. I've been dealing with this shit and holding this shit in for fucking years, bro. Y'all have no clue. Years I get into it with people, years I be so fucking angry because of what this nigga did. I can't trust nobody. And then I help somebody and they cross me. Then a person smut me out and lie on my name. It is so many people that I have fucking helped. So many people I put money in their pocket. I feel like I can't take this shit no fucking more. I almost lost my fucking life because of this nigga Big U. Because of what he did to me. And Tasha K was the only person who said she would tell my story. Y'all have no idea what I've been through. No, like, a person will love to say, I have been crying all day.
Yeah, so we listening to this. Let's keep it respectful. Know a lot of y'all kind of curious about what this is. So SKG, I hear you said something about he beat you and you were pregnant. You almost lost your baby. People seem to think you did something wrong or something. What was his reason for putting his hands on you, and how did that happen? What led up to that?
I mean, like them, I thought I did something wrong too. You know, like, I'm a person who takes self-accountability. And when something happened, I look at the role I played so I don't play the victim and I can understand what caused it. But when I look back, because the interview with Tasha K, it talks about my life. And like you said, me and you've been knowing each other for a long time. When I had the job at K-Day years ago, you was over there, Wack, we was all over there, right when Nipsey was coming out. And I bought Big U over to K-Day because we are from the same neighborhood. I felt like, and you know how I am, I felt like helping. I wanted to help everybody. I wanted to give everybody my plug. I'm at K-Day. I have a salary job. I'm out the 60s. We didn't breed it. So I bring him in. I bring Nip in. I bring everybody in. And in the end, he tried to bully me. He fucked up my job. He jumped on me because I didn't do a business move. He smutted my name. I carried that shit for years. For years. He blackballed me for years. And I carried it. He played in my face with my family for years. And I can't be quiet about it no more because it's tearing me down. Like, I'm so angry. That shit is trauma. And some people gonna feel it, some people's not.
How did he, when he say he beat you, what, did he come to the job? How did he
No, so when I was working at K-Day, I had a salary job. You know how I put plays together, Wack. I put a play together for a project called, do you remember the Dream House? When the little kids write their dreams on the wall? Okay, and so we were doing a community center. I came up with that idea with the owners, Roy Laughlin and Michael Durbin over at K-Day. They agreed to put $250,000 into the nonprofits. Big U had development options starting at the time. And in the 30s, JB and Dog and them, they were doing their Unity 1, Unity 3 or something like that. So I wanted to get the communities funded within each neighborhood and start within the gang zones. Because I was from over there and I grew up over there, I was putting that money into development options first. When I bought Big U over to K-Day, instead of him embracing, it was like a bully thing, a control thing. And I'm like, this is my job. I'm young, I'm in my 20s, I get it, but this is my job. Because I wouldn't let him bully me, we got into it one day. When we got into it, he tried to control me on the situation when I wanted to do the radio station with You Game and Magic from Black Wall Street from Avalon. He pulled me to the side. He was like, you ain't letting them niggas win. I said, okay, fine. Everything he called
he didn't want who to win.
He didn't want y'all to win on the radio station. Remember when I was doing a reality show?
I remember y'all, but see, I had a direct relationship with the program director. So
right, you was with AD.
He wasn't in my business. Yeah.
He wasn't in your business, but before AD was the program director, Phil was the program director.
Gotcha.
I'm the one who positioned AD to be the program director because I was politicking with Roy Laughlin to put him in position. I've always been putting people in position since I was young in this game.
No, that's real. That's real.
Okay, so because I didn't let him bully me, he came to a meeting one day. Me and him had words. He didn't want me to let you guys do the radio station. He didn't want the Bloods to win. Me thinking I'm from a gang, me wanting to be accepted, me wanting to be a part of something, I'm rolling to what he's saying. But he's trying to bully me, and I'm like, it can't go that way. This is my job. We got into it. He came to my job. We were in a round table meeting. He came into the round table meeting. He was being very disrespectful. The owners, Michael Durbin and Roy Laughlin, rode with me when I told him the meeting was over. Because I did that, that's why he jumped on me. He didn't jump on me for no other reason but because he couldn't bully me.
So how did he jump on you? Did he do it at the job place? He came to your house?
No, you remember when I was working Nipsey shit. So, you know, me and Nip was locked in.
Talking about when you used to do all the flyers and
when I did everything for Nip, when they didn't want to play Nip shit on the radio. This is the same thing I said on the other, interview and told them. And the difference with you is you was there with us. We was all there together. So you gonna know if I'm telling the truth. If I'm lying, you know the real.
Well, I'm listening.
So remember when Nip first came and they didn't want to play his song and he was with John Shapiro and they said that he was too hood and he was too this.
Johnny
I'm the
Shipes.
one that, huh?
You was with Johnny Shipes, yeah.
Yeah, Shipes. I'm the one that politics for Nip stuff to go on the radio. I'm the one that pushed everything. I'm the one that was there doing everything for them. I'm the one who gave them the whole plug. Nip called me after me and Big U got into it, and it had to be like, I want to say like 2.5 weeks. And he kept calling. He was like, sis, where you at? Sis, come up, come over to Sloss and Teas. I wouldn't come. I was busy. He hit me one day, kept blowing my phone up. He was like, I need the posters. Come over. I'm like, all right, let me go see what Nip went. I get over there. I walk in. When I walk in, Nips and Fats, they're like at the booth part of it, behind the booth. And I walk in there and I'm talking to them, and like a minute or two later, I just hear a clack, clack. And when I looked, I just knew I was set up.
They locked the doors on you?
Yeah, everybody know. Yeah, they locked the doors on me.
Okay, so what happened then?
They locked the doors on me. I looked at Nip. He dropped his head. Fast dropped his head. I turned around and, he just started putting his hands on me.
Who?
Big U.
By itself?
By itself.
How tall are you, SKG?
5'4".
5'4", you what, 150 pounds, 140 pounds?
I gained weight since then, but back then I was probably like 140, 150.
He what? He what, 6'5", 280? 6'4", 280? We listening. So how'd you get out of there?
So he started beating on me, and he was like, bitch, you ain't gonna never be shit. You don't never go against me. And he just started beating me in my face. While he beat me in my face, I started crying. He talking shit. He hit me. I said, why you want to hit on me? Why you beating on me? Because I want to be something? Because I don't want to walk up and down Crenshaw and Slauson because I'm trying to make something of myself? Why you putting your hands on me? Nobody in there helped me. Nobody in there saved me. He jumped on the phone. He was like, call the homegirls, this bitch about to get DP'd. I said, for what? What are you putting your hands on me? I don't care about the DP. Wack, a squabble to me is nothing, but why are you putting your hands on me? And I guess I kept talking, and then he unlocked the spot door. He started feeling bad, and he was like, let her go. I'm like, no, you don't beat on me for no reason. Call a DP on me. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, humiliate me. And so I locked it back.
So he was on some gangbang shit with a female at the time.
But
why he just didn't have the females do it?
I don't know.
So after that, what happened?
So after that, I went on BG, and I took like 3 phases back to back. But before I took the phase, this guy came up and he was like, where's the 10,000? Where's the 10,000 you stole from him? Where's the money you stole from him? And I'm like, what are you talking about? What 10,000? So the only way he can justify what he did to me, he couldn't tell the real story. He couldn't bully me, and it was a business move. It was my job that I worked for. I was a young girl, a job that I worked for. Being from Crenshaw and Slauson, mom on drugs, father in the pen. I got myself out of there. I earned that position and bought the man to help. He couldn't tell the real. Instead, he said I stole some money and I never took nothing from him. Never. And I carried that shit. And all I can remember is when that nigga was putting his hands on me, how he said, bitch, I'm gonna make sure you never be nothing. I never took nothing from him.
So
never.
Then the doors started closing. Every time you went to do something, get something done.
Every fucking time, Wack, every time. I carry that burden for years, but I keep hustling. Every time.
So you kind of had to go underground, reinvent yourself.
I have to go to therapy because I have a generational family from over there, and I hate them. I hate everything they stand for. Since I was a little girl, I had a hard life with them people, from selling drugs to my mama, everything. Like, they such snakes. And niggas know what he did. It's not a secret. The streets know when it happened. They called from the pen. Baby Psych from 60s called. Capone called. Them niggas called. They know what he did to me. It's not a secret.
It's not nothing I'm making up. Everybody in the streets know. So when people talk about self-accountability and why it happened, my self-accountability, I shouldn't have tried to be something I wasn't. I was never a gangbanger. Or remember, I was somebody who had a hard life, who never had no love, who was looking for love, who wanted to be accepted, wanted to be like my brother, wanted to be from a neighborhood I grew up in, a generational family. Nothing but pain came from up there.
Yeah, well, see, now this part of your healing process. That's what this is.
I am so
No,
sorry.
it's not. Not right now, wack, because I've been through too much. This nigga has blackballed me, lied on my name. You don't even have a clue. You have no fucking clue. Nobody does except for my close friends that I cry to.
So, since then, you've been trying to get other business done, and every time it's a roadblock.
It's a
they letting you know
roadblock.
he's shutting it down.
It is a roadblock even after that, because that's where self-accountability come in. And if you a young girl and you from the neighborhood, me, I've been in foster home, group home, juvenile halls, camp programs. Both of my parents was on drugs, never been loved. So any type of love I try to hold on and latch on to. So then you go back to, well, maybe I fucked up. Maybe I deserved it. Maybe I did this and that's why he did that. It's a mind thing. You know what I'm saying? So even after that, he apologized to me in 2014. And then that's when the hood politics come in place. Then we got into it again. And I'm like, that's it. It's no love. You violated me to the utmost. Then I start looking at myself, well, you the problem. Because why you allowing somebody to do this to you for you to be accepted or fit in from a place that never accepted nor loved you and gave you nothing but fucking trauma?
Well, listen, we got a few people on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all got some questions for SKG or some words of encouragement? She on the floor.
I am so sorry for what you went through. What are you doing now as far as work? I saw that you had a couple of songs out. Are you an artist too?
I built myself up. As much as he tried to blackball me, I kept working. I got film deals. I got over 30 films I placed on Tubi, Hulu, Netflix. I have film projects coming out next year. I work hard. I'm still doing my music. I have my consulting company. I have my podcast company. So no, I kept working, but it was just hurdles because of him. It was hurdles because I didn't tell my story. It was hurdles because I let people believe what he said.
And people kept closing the doors. I mean,
You have no clue.
How many films you got up?
Right now I'm working on Joanna Man 2 with Miguel Nunez. That's my first feature film I have coming up next year. And I got like over 40 titles, 30 to 40 titles on the streaming platforms.
You got some type of rights to them where you can move them around, or they exclusive?
Some is non-exclusive and some is exclusive, but I got my documentary about, being on Death Row Records that's about to drop. So I got some stuff in the chamber that's about to come out.
Okay. We got a platform that we about to launch next month, so can't nobody blackball you with me. So, send me the titles and what you got. Let me take it over there and shop it. Try to get some placement for it. Yeah, this is crazy. What bothered me the most is you really thought that I knew. Like I ain't know none of this shit. When it came to developing options, I wrote a couple checks to help the kids with the football equipment or graffiti removal or something, but outside of that. So he got mad when the check for $250,000 that he felt like you had control of when it didn't go to him, it went to the Harlem area.
I didn't even get it. I didn't even get it to the Harlem area. I lost everything. Wack. You gotta understand. I was making damn near $10,000 a month at K-Day. I had me a condo in the valley. Just bought me 2 cars. I'm in my 20s with 2 kids doing the damn thing. When that happened to me, when he did that to me, I lost everything. My job, everything. My salary job that I worked hard for. I lost everything.
That's crazy. That's crazy. He made it a point to. Did he ever let up, or he did enough damage to where nobody would fuck with you?
It was enough damage, I think, to where people just didn't want to fuck with me. But I hustled so hard that they didn't have a choice. You know, like, I just created my own lane, and then I created my own circle and my own deals, and I got to corporate myself, and it was something I wanted to do and I didn't know how to do. I research it, so I wouldn't even need a middleman. I equipped myself with enough knowledge to where I didn't need a middle person, and I can go directly to the source, and I think that helped me a lot along the way.
I'm definitely sorry to hear that. SKG, I have a question for you. What gave you the courage to come forward? Like, why now? Why did you feel the urge to speak out?
So I have a supportive friend group, right? I have friends that's in the industry, and you know, it's so important to have a supportive circle. And these are girls that let me cry to them. I probably caught them the past couple of days just bawling my eyes out. I have my documentary, my Death Row documentary that's dropping. And when I went to go do the interview with Tasha K, I didn't want to talk about this particular incident. But when I went to do the interview with Tasha K, she said, well, this is what you came to talk about. This is what I wanted you to talk about, because I talked about it privately with Tasha K. And I talked to my friends, and it was like, you know what? Tell your story. It happened to you. Like, don't be afraid. And I think it's the judgment thing, you know, but it's the, well, why did she do this? Or she wanted to be from a gang, or she grew up over there, or she should have just did what he said, or, you know, like, it's just a lot of stuff. And it's like, fuck it, let me tell my story, because it's another young girl growing up in LA.
Take your time. Take your time. You all right? You ain't got to rush nothing.
It's another young girl in the trenches like I was. It's so hard for us, man. Especially if you come from where I come from and you feel like it's no hope, and you come from a fucked up family and you feel like you ain't got no love, and you come from them streets and you do everything to be accepted and to be a part of, and it's no love in the end. And it's like, why not share my story? Because I be so angry, and I fight, and I have this embedded anger, and this is shit that I think about. You know, it's like we all have private battles that we fight. We be on social media, we do things, but privately we all go through stuff, private battles that other people don't see, and this is one of them. And for years I dealt with this, from the way Corrupt act to the stuff Big U did, a whole little circle. And somebody told me, they said after it happened, he laughed and said I could have did her way dirtier, but we didn't. And it's like, you know, my family, like, you was considered family. You know, you was supposed to be somebody that we all looked up to, somebody that we loved. I would have never, I don't care what we went through, I would have never did that to him. Do you hear me? That's how people get killed. That's how people lose their life. But then it comes back to me like, okay, well, what did you do? Why did you carry it like this? Or why was you talking smart? Or why was you saying this? But regardless, you're not supposed to do that to people that you're supposed to really care about and love. Why would you set me up? Why would you beat me? You know I'm pregnant. You didn't care. I damn near lost my baby. You didn't care. I still took some DPs. You didn't care. You smutted my name. You didn't care. You lied and blackballed me. You did not care. For years, I've been through shit and you still didn't care. You tore me down and built yourself up and you didn't give a fuck. So, for any females, because I know authentic and I know I'm relatable, especially for females that come from where I come from females that come from the streets, group home, foster homes, juvenile hall camps, or just females who feel like they don't have no love. And I feel like if I was able to get through this shit and I was able to really make something of myself, considering everything I've been through, if a female out there hear my story, then she'll be like, shit, I can do it too. If she did it, I can do it too. And I'm not saying it like I'm innocent, because I'm not innocent. I fumbled a lot, and there's people that I done stuff to, and you got to take self-accountability. But nobody, no female deserves that from no man. No female.
You are absolutely right, and we celebrate you for your bravery and your courage to come forward. I also know that with you telling your story, that just gives others a voice who may feel like they're harboring things that may have happened to them in the past. And so I know that your story will give them the courage to be able to come forward as well. So I just want to commend you and celebrate you for your bravery and speaking up. And to tell you, you're absolutely right. It does not matter. You're a woman. That was a man. He is like twice your size. Like, you know what I mean? At that time, and I feel like it's total bullshit, right? Because when people realize that you don't have family that's fighting with you, then you become prey to them. And so I feel like that was the case with you. It wasn't, oh, you're just this bad person. Oh, I did wrong. No, you saw this woman who didn't really have the family to fight for her. You had a little influence and you abused that. And you didn't even have to. It's like, right now, when I say I am like speechless and shaken to the core to hear something like this, it's almost like giving me flashbacks. So I just really want to encourage you to just keep moving forward. And I feel like when you come out and share stories like this, and there's so much conviction in your story, but there's also healing, that your future is going to be bright. Doors will start opening for you, and so I am really excited about seeing where this takes you. And I have one more question for you. As far as you speaking for now, what is it that you're looking for when it comes to like him taking accountability? Is there an apology that you want? You know what I mean? What would bring, is there, if anything, will anything bring you peace with this situation?
I think just getting it off of me. I think just telling my side, when all this is off and people are just by themselves and they gotta face their demons in the dark and what they do at night when we lay our head on the pillow, he know what it is. He know what he did. He know I'm telling 100% the truth. He know. And it would be good for him to take self-accountability and tell the real and tell the truth and tell what he did.
Absolutely.
Hey, I wanted to ask you just a follow-up question off of that. Even if he wasn't to take accountability, do you believe that the community should hold him accountable, since he puts on, like a facade for the community that he's a great guy and interested in helping others?
Are you talking about the community over there?
In general, like that area, pretty much anyone who bigs him up for, portraying that he helps the people in his area.
Whether they do or they don't, it don't even matter to me. My main thing is to make sure that I get this off me and I can heal the best way I can, because I have 2 daughters and I never want them to go through nothing like this or feel like nobody's gonna help them or have their back. If the community holds him responsible, so be it. If they don't, so be it.
Yeah, that's just crazy as hell to me, because When you said the first part about him beating you while you were pregnant, that's already horrible within itself, but then having you DP'd by 3 other women and they know you're pregnant as well, like that's crazy as shit.
Yeah, but I mean, to you it's crazy, right? But to someone who's a part of a gangbang culture, and Wack can talk about this as well, probably not on a man to a woman side, but just females in general. We condone it. We condone the animalistic behavior and things like that to where it's nothing, because they all knew I was pregnant. Everybody knew I was pregnant.
Yes, SK. I want to say thank you for coming to the stage and sharing with us, because it takes a lot to just come out of yourself. So thank you so much for sharing this with us. Like you really moving me in my spirit. And now that you mention it, is there anybody else that you think should be held accountable or played a role in your demise as well as Big U? Is there anybody else that you would like to call out for their shortcomings and not saying anything, or anybody that added to your trauma during that time?
No. No. No.
Was that the only incident that you had with him like that?
In regards to that time, yeah, the time after that, like I said, is when I had I did a deal with Live Nation. I had a tour I was starting called the Still Smoking Tour. And so after that deal happened, after that incident happened, some time passed. And that's when I said, I forgave him for that, because it was well, what did I do? It was my fault, this, that, and the third. So now we're going to 2014. I had a deal on the table with Live Nation, and WAG AD also helped me put this deal together. And AD know about this too. And me and Big U was working together on this deal. The difference with Big U is this: he could call somebody and pick up the phone and say, I need you to do this. He doesn't have to pay anything. I don't have that luxury to do that. If I want somebody to do something, I have to pay them. I don't have the muscle to have someone do something for me just on a strength. So with the Still Smoking Tour we was putting together, we had Sugar Free, DJ Quick, Compton AV, Corrupt, and a few other people on the tab. Somebody had gave me $10,000 for their artist to be a part of the tour. Our overhead for that, I believe, was like $20,000. So I was still $10,000 in the hole. He found out that I got $10,000 for that. He told me I'm getting money on his name. I said, Big U, how? If our overhead is $20,000, you want me to give you this whole $10,000 that somebody gave me to be a part of the tour? We're gonna be back in a hole for $20,000. It doesn't make sense. So we got into it over that. He tried to shut down my tour. This time around, I wasn't going to let him put his hands on me, and I wasn't going to let him shut down my tour. So I got my burner and I stayed up there. My brother was flying in from Atlanta to make sure everything was good. He never came up there. I sold out the show, and I made Live Nation like $70,000 that night. And I ain't dealt with him never again.
Good for you.
Yeah, so damn, I know none of this is going on.
I don't know where you was at, Wack. I thought, and the whole time I thought you knew all this.
Hell no. You gotta remember, if you think back, all Wack business, remember, they was reaching the Wack. Wack wasn't standing in line behind nobody, SKG. You know what I mean? Wack business was all direct. You think about all them shows me and Bro did over there, me and AD did, it was Wack and AD. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I would put Snoop and Cube and Game and everybody else, He said the budgets, I went and got the talent, we worked the shows. How the West was one, Crush Groove, few more we did. So Big U wasn't ever part of my business like that, and when it came to developing options, I just filled in the blanks when they was show money for the kids, you know, football helmets and cleats, shoulder pads and shit like that. Or I think it was like a continuation school over there somewhere. They used to do something and graffiti removal, like stuff like that. But hell no, I never had a 5013C. So that wasn't my thing. So I wasn't involved in those conversations. But it seemed to me like he wanted you was doing what you felt you was supposed to do and enlighten him on opportunities, and then he would turn around and try to press you to making something happen. And then you trying to play a fair ball and split it between. I think the Harlems, they wasn't doing the grid program. They was doing the Community One program.
Right, the Unity 1 and 2 and
Unity
3,
One.
because
Yeah, they was doing a different program.
Right, and Dog from Harlem, that was like my I love Dog, good person, love the community. And so him and JB was doing all type of stuff, but I think JB had went to jail. So I wanted to place that with Dog in them, but the goal for it wasn't just for the 30s and wasn't for the 60s, it was for everybody.
And he wanted to keep it all to him.
Right, but how I had it set up, it was gonna go to everybody, the Hoovers, the 40s, the Bloods. Like, it was for the kids to empower the community. So everything I did was to please him in a sense, but my vision was so much bigger. It wasn't just for this neighborhood, because how can you grow if you're just trying to feed one neighborhood? You got to feed the city. You can't just focus on one place if you're able to get the bag and spread it. So my vision was different. It was always different.
Unless you perpetrating like you for the city, but you really just for yourself.
In so many words.
And a lot of these people know in that city that when it comes to him, he just for himself in his area. He don't care about nothing else.
And then Roy Laughlin, and he even said, he was like, you the first person that introduced me to a millionaire and a billionaire. I put him right in with Michael Durbin and Roy Laughlin. Anybody that know me know what my connects is. I get right to the person, right to the bag. And anybody that know me. They know how I am. So I put him in position. So it's like, if I'm doing all this free-heartedly, like even with Nip, I made them play Nip records. And you can ask AD that you was there. They wasn't doing any of that.
I tell people that all the time.
And it's easy to be on something when everybody is on that. When shit is popping, it's hard to jump on it. But it's hard to believe in somebody when the world don't see it, but you see it in them. Like, I worked hard, Wack, and he made me lose everything and did not care. Like, didn't care for years. I'm
tripping on how they locked the doors on you. That ain't the 60s. I know they ain't doing that like that.
No, Baby Psych. No, because if Baby Psych was out, Capone, Jeff called, if Petey Wack, Keita Rock, the one L-Bone, Darnell, they would have never did that to me. No. And then you laugh and you do me like that? No.
Yeah, that's nasty work. And how long did he put his hands on you? How long did that?
It was for, you know what? It was for a few minutes. When you in a situation like that, especially a female, when it's happening to a female from a male, that's a traumatic experience, and it feel longer. But I know it was just for like a few minutes.
You was pregnant at the time.
I was pregnant. I had to go to the hospital. I almost lost my baby. And then to add insult to injury, his son called me a year and a half ago to try to tell me he was going to manage my son. I said, no, you're not. You're not managing my son. He's 14 now. Yes, it is. Ain't that something? My
Wow.
son, had beat me and was
That
making
nigga got nerve.
clue. Yeah, it was a big thing in my house. It was a big thing with my son. His son damn near brainwashed my son. My son was mad because I wouldn't let him hang around his son. I went through a lot.
What exactly did he say? Because the Bloods and Paul Rules was looking out for dude, as you know. What exactly did he tell you?
Okay, so you know me, Wack. You know I don't like to be in the politics, but this
No,
is
just keep it
my
real. I
job.
want to. Yeah, I want to.
I know, but this is my job. So at the time when me, you, Big U, AD, everybody was up at K Day. And I wanted to work with Game, and I was talking to you about working with Game, and Magic from Avalon would come up there. Me and Magic was talking about doing a podcast for Game and y'all, not a podcast, but a radio show for Game and y'all, because I was doing a reality show on K Day, doing what the Breakfast Club was doing. But you know, way back then, the Breakfast Club wasn't around, so I would have been the first to do that. And so I had did a proposal for everything, like, okay, this is gonna be super dope, you know, because Magic was like, we're gonna be the first to do this. And so when he found out that I was doing it with you guys, he was like, you ain't let no slob niggas win. Those was the words. And because I wanted to be accepted, because I thought I was from a place I'm not a gangbanger, but at that time that's what I wanted to be.
Yeah, you fell in line.
I fell in line.
What was crazy is that he got a lot of support from the homies. A lot. When he got out and went back to jail, right? That was Suge Knight paid for that attorney. You know what I'm saying?
And I even think even with Suge, like he tried, like I talked to Suge recently, but even with Suge, like he tried to smut me with Suge, like he just tried to smut me with so many people. And it's like, I've never told publicly what you did to me. I just kept quiet and let you tell the version of me that you wanted to tell. And so people think is, oh, well, she's into it with Big U, we can't mess with her. And that was the play for years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, listen, when is the Tasha K interview supposed to drop?
I'm sure she said this month though.
Oh, well, we definitely gonna preview it over here. Anything that's said on these stages, I got a media team down here. You on the 100 side of the Clubhouse app. So we're definitely going to get out to about 15, 20 different platforms. And, you know, your voice will definitely be heard. Don't be a stranger. You know, you want to come back, promote something, talk about something. We're open 24 hours, 7 days a week. The 100 side, how I got it structured. So there's always a room open. Those of y'all on the floor, y'all follow her profile. So whenever you see SKG pop in, y'all make sure y'all pull her up. There's still a few good guys from over there. I believe 600 on the floor. He on the side of you. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but 600 has been, he's been doing his part with exposing what's real and what ain't over there.
Can I say something? You know, like, I have good memories over there from losing my family, like just everything. I have no good memories.
I got you.
I really don't want to do
what I'm just saying is,
I have no good memories.
Good dude, he's a professional boxer. I've been to about 15 of his fights. You know, he tied to the righteous people over there. You know, S-Mac and Big D, cats like that. You know that.
I don't talk to none of them. S-Mac, that was my brother, best friend. S-Mac ain't never helped me. Big D ain't never helped me. Who helped me was Keita Rock. None of them never, like, People get so caught up in names. Like, I've been hustling for years. Show me a female from over there or from any of these cities in LA where men have helped and uplifted us. If you look even on the rap, if you look at New York, the South, Cali females is women. LA females, we go through so much.
But I
Nobody
will tell
help
you
me.
this, SKG. One of them that I know they can open up doors for. When it comes to Mac, when it comes to the boxing thing, that's where he helped 600 get in the boxing game to get him out the streets. Shit like that. Mac's been very, very instrumental with that. Um, he's helped me with the boxing game, build my relationship with me on incredible diapers. That's something we could talk about, but he ain't one of them. He's been one of the ones kind of help clean up what's what and what ain't what over there. So, he the first one I seen like him that wasn't scared to speak out against certain shit. I don't know if he been paying attention, but if you go to YouTube and put up 600, you'll see what I'm talking about. Uh, 600, that's SKG. I've been knowing her for shit since she been, I don't know how old are you. I've been like 15, probably longer than that.
Like, I've been knowing me for like 20
Yeah,
years.
20 years, for like 20 years. So,
Yeah, I can't knock her for whatever type of bad experiences she had because I mean, like I said, I was just first of all, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I'm sorry,
Likewise.
how the story how we got to be introduced to you, but I was just I saw a little clip, I did a little feedback on it, what I'm saying, and like I say, I can't knock you for the experiences you had, what I'm saying, because it's just, if somebody was to run into somebody of a different race, and mentally they're gonna blame that whole race for a bad incident, and it's just natural, what I'm saying. So, but like I say, it's good people, what I'm saying, from certain areas and certain walks and creeds of life, what I'm saying. But and you'll see as you go through life that everybody can't be held to one thing, but no, it's a few of us, what I'm saying, who still follow the rules, what I'm saying, and do got integrity, what I'm saying. So I just want to say that out there, what I'm saying, put that out there right quick,
Yeah.
uh,
But yeah.
yeah, I'm happy you pulled up. You're welcome to stay. It's 24/7 over here. You got any products you need to promote? R&B was the one question you earlier. That's the queen of the 100 side. She up top. All y'all follow her page. I helped build this shit along with my team. There's a whole lot of us over here. We got like 15, 16 rooms. We structured. It's an operation, and we never shut down. So you're bored, got a long drive, need to kill some time, chilling at home, tired of watching reruns. You can always come on the Clubhouse app to the 100 side and chime in, be part of the conversation. I know you can definitely add value because I know you're a hustler. I know where you come from. It's a lot of different people. We got lawyers, we got entertainers, you got truck drivers, you got radio personalities, you name it. It's a little bit of everything on this stage from everywhere, all across the U.S., even over into Europe and the U.K. So, kind of a big deal on this platform. You're welcome to always pull up. Wanted to give you a voice. My little homegirl sent me the clip, and I'm listening to the clip, and I said, "Yo, that's fucking SKG." Right? I'm like, and I was crazy because I went to my phone book. I'm gonna fuck you up right now, SK. When I go to my phone book, right,
Mhm.
I got, where the hell is your number at? The number I had, I think was your old 818 number,
Oh
right?
wow.
So I
Mhm.
hit AD, and AD didn't have it, and then you called me because I guess I left it on your DM. Um, but nevertheless, when Tasha K drops it, we gonna definitely listen to it and preview it over here a few times. My media team, they'll definitely get it out. We here a platform to give you a voice, a safe platform where you can be comfortable and just speak your piece. Anybody on the floor, y'all got any questions? She a big girl. I know she a little emotional, but she a big girl. I know her. She can handle the questioning. Any y'all got any questions? Anything y'all want to discuss with her? She's here.
I got a question.
Go.
She was pregnant at the time. Is her baby daddy from over there?
No, my baby daddy is a blood.
And he was aware of this situation?
Everybody was in jail. He was in jail. My brother was in the feds. Everybody was locked up at the time.
Is he still locked up now, or has he been out in his last 14 years?
No, he's been out.
Just a question.
Yeah, he's been out.
Larry Lamar, you seem to have a whole lot to say earlier. You got any questions? I didn't put old Larry on the spot. Larry,
don't be quiet now, Larry. Come on outside, Larry.
Oh, Larry was trying to figure it out. He was like, hey, they must have been involved.
Man, speak on what he's thinking on. Tell her to speak on it. Get his answers right now.
She cleared it up. Because I was scratching my damn head when I called her. I was like, R&B listening. I'm like, girl, I had no idea none of this shit was going on at all. But I knew how niggas played it back then. Niggas would play it like everybody knew, like everybody was with the program.
Because I thought you knew. I thought Steve Lobel knew. Like, because even Steve Lobel started acting funny. And I'm like, Steve, I used to take up for you and defend you when people was coming at you sideways.
Now, he's a bitch. Steve probably was told to act.
Yeah, because I'm like, Steve, when people was punking you and doing all type of stuff, I was defending you, and he started acting funny.
I remember the homie Manchester caught him at the concert, slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah, when he got slapped, like I always
remember he had to. Who was that? You that got him back to Scott Storch? Because Scott was backstage, and he was at the what's that nigga name? Rush. What was that nigga concert with that? But he slapped the shit out of Steve out there.
And it's just like, and that even with him, it's like that's crazy because I defended you. Like when people used to try to take advantage of him.
Yeah, he gonna do what he told to do. Steve gonna do what he told to do.
Yeah.
You know, he was another motherfucker that wanted me to attack the Nipsey Hussle estate for 30% after Nip died. Send me all the contracts. I got all that content. I just be waiting for him to get out of line. You know, I sit back and I wait. This just popped up. I just hit a link. Somebody sent it to me and I heard your voice and I'm listening. I'm like,
you know what,
SKG.
I do want to say something about Nip because I don't want people to think like I don't take nothing away from Nip. You know, when Nip died, I cried. That shit hurt my heart so bad because I know where we both come from. I've had talks with Nip. I knew his goals, and I'm saying before he got to where he was. You know, so I would never disrespect Nip no matter what, because I just kind of feel like we were young, and when you're young and you're influenced by older people, things happen.
Yeah, there's no doubt that situation, he was kind of probably, you know, in a situation.
He was in, but you know, it hurt me because
But you and Nip got it right though, right?
We beef. So if you go back on Twitter, you will see me cussing him out. The thing is this, after that happened with me, that like some time later, remember he get into it with Nip and Nip Daddy. And so then I hit Nip, I say, nigga, that's what you get. Like that was for you set me up. That's that karma. I didn't talk to him for years. And then I pulled up on him. We laughed, we hugged. And he was like, I swear I'm sick, so I didn't set you up. I swear to God. And he told my brother, he was like, I would never do her like that. But when I walked in, you called me in there. It just felt like that.
Yeah, that was the t-shirt store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a situation where, you know how that go. Politics was working against him.
Yeah, very
probably
much
didn't
so.
even, hey, Wack, he probably didn't even know that was going down, bro.
Yeah, he didn't even know. Just, you know, tell her pull up.
But then when it happened, he couldn't really do nothing about it. And then I think not long after around that time, didn't him and Big U get into it?
Right
Yeah, big.
after, yeah.
Yeah,
But
big you knocked him out.
and that's
Wait,
how I
wait,
feel
wait,
like
wait,
when I
wait, wait,
look back because
wait.
Nip dropped his face. And it was like it was not like while I'm getting beat, it was nothing. Like he just dropped his head as if it's like it is what it is.
SKG,
600. What you
I
missed
might,
something?
I might be a little late. Where did this incident take place at?
At the
When
Slauson Tees on Slauson.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, he got her in there, locked the doors on her. She say, dude, back then she ain't number 5'3", 140, and she
That was
that
a long time.
she dude whooped on her for about a couple minutes.
So who called you? Who called you up there? Forgive me if I'm a little late, but who called you up there?
Nipsey.
Okay, he called you up there.
To
And
bring she used to do all the back then. Niggas was putting the posters on the telephone poles and all this shit.
Street
Yeah,
team,
she
wack,
did all
street
that
team.
shit.
SKG, did you ever say the whole thing how it happened from when you walked in the door? Did you say all that, or are you
Yeah,
wanting to talk about that? Oh,
she said all that. She said, "I'm gonna get you the replay. I'm gonna get you the clip."
Okay.
She said it.
Hold on, a call had came in. Y'all said everything.
And she said, well, "Hey, don't worry about it. It's replays on here. The media team down there." So he got a YouTube channel. He already posted your last clip, the one I got a hold of. He already done shared that in support of you. So I get it
But
to
you
you.
know what hurt the most, Wack, is that it's like you don't care. Like, he's still cool with my mother's side of the family. Like, all that shit. I don't even fuck with my family. And he be with them. And it's just like, you just did that to me. He never was like, you know what? Like, for everything from the Live Nation deal to this, like, he fake apologized, but he never just publicly like, I was wrong. I smutted her name. She never took no money from me. She never stole nothing from me. She tried to help me. I was wrong. I was in my bully bag. Like, never did none of that. And just let it be what it was.
So look, so before this, have you told anybody about this before, or you kind of just been just letting it just weigh on you?
I wrote about it in my book. This story is in my book, right?
Boy, slow down. You got a link to your book. Where your book at?
I don't. It's called The Diary of Alicia Choice.
Where's it at? Where can people find it at? We can promote that.
They can Google it, but I pulled it because I'm gonna re-promote it next year.
You might want to get with R&B on that. She wrote 7 books. She know how to promote those books pretty good. So
okay.
I might want to link up.
Okay, but to his question, people know about it. 600. Like, niggas in the streets, they know about it. Niggas in the pen, they know about it. My friends, they know about it. The streets know about it. This isn't a story where if you're from a neighborhood and you know the history, you know that story.
With all due respect, I don't mean this with no malice, but anybody in the pen can't really do a whole lot on the streets.
No. What I'm saying is they know about it. Like, when that incident happened, it was calls being made from the feds to the states. People was calling like they know what happened. So if he do his due diligence and do his research, people's gonna tell him, yeah, that happened. Yeah, he did that to her. They know about it.
I just got a text. Because they didn't want to offend you. They want me to ask you this because we acquainted. They want to know if you guys ever involved intimately with your guys.
No. And you know what? My brother asked me that. He was like, did you fuck the nigga? I said, I swear to God, I've never fucked him. Never in my life. And he'll tell you guys that. I really looked at him like Unc. Like, okay, this Unc. Because that's what everybody will call him, like, this Unc.
Unc is a piece of shit. That's real fucked up.
That was some straight bully shit right there.
So you had mentioned that he smutted your name out to Suge too. Is that the same thing that he told that Big U told him that you stole from him?
You know what? I don't know because I've never. One thing about Suge, I've never talked to him about that, but I know like how Suge act. Like I know because they're so close. So he smutted me to him, but
With
me and
Girl, you know
Suge
that
talk.
nigga
with
talk
all
crazy
due
about Suge behind his back.
I was about to say, with all due respect, Suge shit don't count right now. Suge done smutted so many motherfuckers.
Yeah, but Suge is the one who brought me into the music scene. So like
That's back at the death row. That's like when he come home, right?
yeah,
Believe me, he regretted that shit. Not because of you, just because he did something for somebody else that he can't control.
yeah.
That's real. Yeah, that's real. That shit is wild. But we looking forward to that interview dropping. Y'all putting the late night link up top. Is that it up there up top already?
Yes,
Yes,
up top
sir.
already.
All right. Y'all putting the late night link up top. We about to roll traffic. You and Good Burger, late night snacks with Good Burger. With Whack 100, we got SKG. We got 600 on the floor. She's speaking her piece. Media team, let's cut and edit that, and please get that out there immediately in support of her. In the meantime, y'all follow SKG's account. So SKG, what we do is every so many hours that link up